Good afternoon, everyone. I am CA Priyamvada Mukherjee, the moderator for this webinar. We are delighted to welcome you all to this webinar, which is being organized by the Continuing Professional Education Committee of ICAI. Please block your calendars for CPE webinars on Wednesdays and Fridays. It is my pleasure to be a moderator for this webinar on will nomination and succession and various tools in AI. In a short while, we will start with the webinar. First, I would like to apprise you about the CPE committee. The role of chartered accountants is evolving continuously to accept new responsibilities in dynamic global environment. The future of CAs depends on being flexible and open to innovation. Therefore, the need of the hour is to innovate as per the requisites of contemporary business environment and accordingly upgrade the curriculum and education system of chartered accountancy course. The committee also believes that members of ICAI should look beyond the traditional areas of practice and seek and explore new areas of business and profession. And hence, the CPE committee is mentoring the members by providing guidance through various workshops, seminars, national conferences, background materials, etc., and simultaneously by encouraging young and dynamic professionals to grow as speakers and master of ceremonies, etc., in the CPE program. The program for the evening is as follows. We'll have two sessions about 1 hour each, and the topics would be the first one would be will nomination and succession, and the second one would be various tools in AI. Our eminent speakers will talk about the mentioned topics in the area of their professional interest. So we have with us our chairman, sir, CA Satish Kumar Gupta, sir. I would extend a warm welcome to sir, and I would also give a brief background about his give a brief background on sir. CA Satish Kumar Gupta, sir, is presently serving as a chairman of the Continuing Professional Education Committee of ICAI. In addition, he's also the chairman of the Union Directorate and vice chairman of the Committee for Members in Practice for the current term. He previously served as a council member of ICAI from 2019 and 2022. He's a renowned speaker and an author specializing in income tax assessments, searches, surveys, and professional development topics like goal setting and career planning. So it is with my great pleasure that I would invite Sir to speak a few words.
Thank you, Priyamada. Thanks a lot for such a nice introduction. I'm not aware that whether it is but how much it is correct. But thank you very much. Thanks a lot. C. Anand Chandak ji, a very senior chartered accountant and a speaker of the day, and a very young and dynamic C.S. Riya Jain. She is also chartered accountant from Delhi. And Priyamada, who is moderating today's session, Team CP, Team Tech, and my dear members who in a very large number are attending these webinars organized by CP committee on every Wednesday and Friday. Friends, thank you very much for attending and for giving your feedbacks and suggestions time to time. As rightly narrated by Priyamada about the CP activities, but I would like to add upon, friends, this year CPE committee is totally dedicated on quality of programs and availability of programs to the last member of the profession who is residing very remote. To ensure the availability of the program, friends, we are just opening new CP chapters, new CP circles, new CP groups at the remote places of the country so we can ensure that all the members of the profession are eligible to attend the CP programs organized by the Central Committee, organized by the other POUs. I would request each one of you who is attending today's webinar that kindly inform your nearest chartered accountant group or if the branch to call you people in all their activities. And if you want to open a CPE group, I just want to say that CPU group can be opened from 7 members only at the towns or the small villages or small towns where there is no branch, where there is no CP chapter, or where there is no CP circle. Likewise, if the members are much in your city or the thoda some bigger town, then you can open the CP chapters. So if you are really interested to attend the CP programs regularly, you can just form the new CP chapter or group or the circle. It is also for your information that two new CP chapters, ICI give a annual grant of rupees 50,000 for the organizing programs, CP programs, and for purchasing like this laptops, etc. So you can just think of forming the CPE chapters. Apart from this availability, friends, to ensure the quality, we are coming up with new portal with TCS, and with that portal, we are going to start the real-time credit of CPE hours. Meaning thereby, friend, that as of now, if you register for 12 hours program and suppose attend for 11 hours, we get the credit of 12 hours. But after implementation of this new portal, if we attend the program only for 4 hours out of 12 hours, we will get the credit of 4 hours only. So this is going to be implemented latest by 30th October or the first week of November. So, and it is just because now the CP program is well matured. The 20 odd years have elapsed from the beginning of the CP our credit hour program, and now the time is definitely this, and we give just are required to attend only 20 hours of physical training. So I think this is the right decision of the committee, and I need your support. We need your support and the feedback on our these new endeavors. Something about Udin, friends. In Udin, we have taken some new initiatives. I think you must have been noticed one of the auditor's opinion while auditing this year's audits, and two things which will be implemented again in the month of September or October are relating to you can know the name of succeeding auditor who is going to audit of your auditee to which you audited last year, but the auditee did not pay your fees. But in the want of name of the succeeding auditor, you were not in position to talk even with the succeeding auditor. So now with the help of Union Directorate, you can know the name of succeeding auditor just to intimate several technical issues or any other issues with him. Apart from this, friends, we have, with the help of technology, we have now stopped that no member can generate 61st UDIN in respect of tax audit, and this definitely will be implemented when the new portal comes of the UDIN. Yes, I would like to talk something about the CMP committee also, where I'm vice chairman. My dear friends, in CMP committee, apart from several very quality courses of GST litigation, etc., we have come up with 3-4 arrangements for our members. Number one, two arrangements with SDFC Bank that are regarding to term loan and the working capital loan for our members, and that too on a very competitive interest rate of 10.6% in case of term loan and 11.6% in case of working capital loan. And likewise, we are in the process of one arrangement with the AU Bank of credit card, where all that credit card is lifetime free, not a register entry fees or even there is no annual fees. And one more interesting thing the EU Bank is providing us, that they are going to provide us 25% discount on our renewal fees payable to the ICI of membership. This, as of now, they have made arrangement for 1 year, but we are in discussion with them that how can they make it continue for several for other years also. This is something about CMP, what new initiatives we have taken in CMP committee. Another thing which may worry to all of us who are in tax audit, the date of tax last tax last date of tax audit, which is going to expire on 30th September. And my dear friends, I can understand that this is a very big challenge. But today, some good news has come from Rajasthan High Court Jodhpur bench, where Jodhpur bench has granted interim order to the Tax Bar Association Jodhpur and Tax Bar Association Bhilwara, and have instructed to the CBDT to issue the notification extending the date for 30 days. So if there is no problem in implementation of this by on account of CBDT, I think date will be extended up to 30th October, 31st October. Let us study the order of the Jodhpur High Court that will come within 2-3 hours. So, but they have ordered and they have direction. They have given direction to the CBDT to issue the notification, uh, extending the date of the last date of the tax audit. That is going to be the 30th October or 31st October. I think that it may give you some coolness or some good news. You may feel it, but let us wait for the notification also. And there are certain other red petitions which will be heard tomorrow at various other high courts. So we should wait also of them. So with these friends, I don't want to come in between you and Anandji and Sriya. Sriya is going to take a very good topic of artificial intelligence. And we all are aware that what artificial intelligence is. I was reading a news in the paper that some Albania country has appointed a AI agent as their anti-corruption minister. So this is something great. One small country is appointing AI agent, their minister, to take care of that there is no corruption in the country, in that particular country. So this is thing. And in China, one AI agent has been admitted to the university for doctorate degree. So this is happening with the help of AI, and Sriya is going to take various tools of AI just to make your work very easy and your work very simple. I can say that may be a very good associate of yours. After discussing with Sriya, definitely you will find that some new thing you have got in the AI. But friends, what are my feelings that whenever we go for AI, we should take at least two cares. That you should, how can you maintain the privacy of your data? Number one thing. And number two thing, that how and to what extent you can rely upon the information provided by the AI, and how can you ensure that the information provided by the AI is the correct information and you can use that information wherever you want. But it is sure that if you apply your mind on the information provided by the AI, then definitely you are saving your time, and the accuracy level may be good, and your presentation skills may be improved. So this is something which Shreya will take today, and the other speaker, our senior chartered accountant Anandji, will take the very important subject, will, nomination, and succession. And what I personally feel, my dear friends, that we chartered accountants are lacking in this field. I have never seen a proprietor firm, chartered accountant proprietor, or individual chartered accountant who has taken care of his succession, that what will happen to his practice after his death. So this is a very big question. I think Anandji will take care and will tell us the ways how we can plan our succession as far as the proprietorship firms are concerned. Even in partnership firms, friends, we don't have the provision that in case of a death of a partner, how the family of the partner will be taken care of by the firm. So, I just for your information, ICI allows that you can include your wife or your family member as a partner in the firm just for the benefits arising on the death of that particular partner. So that may be a very good thing. I think Anandji will take care of that also. So what Anandji, I would request you that you would definitely speak about the succession planning of others, our clients. That is very good thing. But kindly also speak how the chartered accountants should plan their success, that they are not losing anything if any things mishappen to them. And my dear friend, just to share in this succession planning only, that if anything happens to a chartered accountant, which is like death or some very serious illness, so we should contact with the CABF of the ICI, which grants some amount to the family of the chartered accountant or even to chartered accountant in case of serious illness. There are certain rules, and there is a illusion that there is need to of membership of CABF. No, there is no such need to have membership of CABF for getting the grants. So if any of your non-members unfortunately has expired, or there is any serious illness in the of two chartered accountants, so you or the family may contact the CABF of the ICI, and I can assure you that they will always help you. So nothing much, friends, and I wish you that today's session go some value addition to you all who are attending this particular. I am really thankful to you all that despite having tax audit pressure, despite having ITR pressure, you in such a large number attending this particular webinar. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Jai Bharat, Jai IC. Over to Priyamda.
Thank you so much, sir. This is just to inform that our vice chairman, sir, has also joined now.
Okay. Thank you
Great.
so much, sir. It was really a helpful session, and you spoke a lot, and it was very informative. And thank you so much for such wonderful words. Now that we have Vice Chairman Sir also with us, I would like to give a brief introduction on his background as well. Welcome, CA Vishnu,
Ma'am,
sir. Yes,
what I request you, I directly speak because already our members are waiting.
absolutely, no problem, sir.
Yes, so our
Thank
honorable chairman of the CP committee, very energetic, very dynamic leader of the profession, Satish Gupta ji, and today speaker Anand Chandak ji, and speaker in the EI and our moderator. I thanks to our Satish Gupta ji to organizing every Wednesday and Friday very beautiful session for our members at a large across the country are benefiting from the webinars. Friends, I am also vice chairman of the direct tax committee, and we all are the worried about the extension of the tax audit. But fortunately, today the Rajasthan High Court has given the decision for the extension of the 1 month, and the formally our next hearing is also given. So formally, the all announcement will become came out. And friends, for the new finance bill, new finance act 2025, just we have released from the direct tax committee in the 500 rupees. So I request each one of you to take the maximum benefit of this income tax act 2025 with only 500 rupees. Apart from these, friends, we have also released the guidance note for the tax audit, which is hosted on the website, and you can also buy from our portal. So I request each one of you to take the maximum benefit of the our guidance note section 44 AB and the checklist of the all the ITRs which is hosted on our website. Friends, today's scenario, all the new challenges has coming out with our professionals. So I request each one of you to take the maximum benefit of all the webinars which are organized by the CP committee, direct tax committee, and all the other committees from time to time. Friends, now I will not stand between you and speaker, and I request our moderator to introduce our today's speaker for benefit of all the members. Thank you, friends.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So, I would like to introduce our first speaker of the day, CA Anand, sir. He's a practicing CA since the year 2004. His main area of practice includes bank audit, society audits, income tax, GST, trust audits, and audits of educational institutions. He has been a regular speaker on topics like professional ethics, code of conduct, will nomination and succession, and LFAR bank audit. So over to Anand sir now. He would proceed with the session on will nomination and succession.
Thank you very much. I would like to express my sincere thanks to the chairman of CP committee and vice chairman CP committee for giving me an opportunity to share my views on the subject will nomination and succession. Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start with the topic nomination. What is nomination? Nomination means appointing a trusted person who will receive your assets or property in case of your death, protecting you and your family future. Their nomination is required or available in case of bank accounts and fixed deposit, insurance policies, shares, mutual funds and demat accounts, provident funds and pensions. And in case of housing society, cooperative housing societies, nomination is must. Who can nominate? Nomination can be done only by depositor or policyholder.
Nomination facility is available only to individuals in their own capacity, either singly or jointly. Nominee versus legal heir. Nominee is only trustee or custodian of the assets. Actual ownership goes to legal heir either as per will or succession act. So nomination does not replace a will, but it ensures smooth transfer of assets. When can nomination be done? We can do nomination at the time of filling relevant forms, like opening bank account, having deposits in bank, having life insurance policies, etc. Then nomination can be changed. Nomination can be changed at any time without informing the previous nominee. In case the nominee dies before the date of the depositor or policyholder, then depositor or policyholder must change their nominee. Regularly update the nomination and keep record of where and to whom as nominee is appointed is must. To whom nomination facilities are provided. Nomination facilities are available only to individuals. Minor cannot nominate.
HUF, Hindu Undivided Family, firm or company cannot nominate. Nominee can't nominate. A person in representative capacity, vice trustee, liquidator, and treasurer, they also can't nominate. Who can be appointed as nominee? A nominee can be adult or member with guardian. If minor is appointed as nominee, a guardian has to be appointed till the minor attains the age of majority. In case of minor, date of birth must be mentioned so as to ascertain the actual date of attaining majority. It is not necessary that nominee should be in blood relation. A nominee can be relative, friend, or a well-wisher. What are the rights of nominee? Under nomination, the nominee gets only the right to receive the money in bank, fixed deposit, claim from insurance policy, etc. In case the nominee dies after the death of depositor or policyholder, but before receiving the money, then nomination becomes ineffective and the money can be claimed by legal heirs either as per will or as per Indian Succession Act. Nomination facility prevents dispute and avoid legal delays. So nomination is small step but a big responsibility. So do it today for better future of our loved ones. This is all about nomination. If you have any query, please chat me in my private box. I will try to resolve the queries as far as my knowledge is concerned. Okay, we start for will. When we think about will, one question came to our mind: why to make will? Listen, planning today for tomorrow. This is the basic concept to prepare a will. We all know how to earn money and how to grow money by investment. We plan for tax, but do we plan for what happens after our death? Absolutely no. If we die without making a will, what will happen? Disputes will arise among family members and legal heirs. Legal provision starts and delay in distribution of asset to legal heirs. So if you don't write your will, law will write it for you. Okay? Then what is will? Will is a legal declaration made by a person during his lifetime with regard to disposal of his properties after his death. Intention of the testator about how to distribute his asset after his death. The will does not take effect from the date of its execution. Right? ऐसा नहीं होता है कि हमने आज will बना दी है तो वो आज से ही लागू हो गई है. Will बनाने के बाद में हम कितने भी बार उसे बदल सकते हैं. तो वो जो will आखिरी में रहेगी, जो लास्ट मोमेंट में will बनेगी, वो ही लागू होगी. मतलब will take effect only after the death of testator and not from the date of its execution. It speaks from the death of the testator. Will can be revocable at any time, leaving no legal effect. आप जितनी बार चाहो will चेंज करते हो तो कोई उस पर बंधन नहीं है. The last will prevail. मान लो आपने एक सुबह will बनाई, दोपहर में आपका किसी से, आपके रिलेटिव से डिस्प्यूट हो जाता है, जिसमें आपने वो प्रॉपर्टीज आपके वो लीगल हेयर को दी है, उसी से डिस्प्यूट हो गया है, तो आप सामने विल चेंज कर सकते हो, उसमें कोई दूर राय नहीं है. और जो विल आपने लास्ट में बनाई है वही विल लागू होगी. अब लास्ट में बनाई ये विल हम कैसे समझेंगे, कैसे मानेंगे? तो यू हैव टू मेंशन डेट एंड टाइम of preparation of the will. Who can make a will? According to Indian Succession Act 1925, a person with sound mind, married woman, deaf, dumb and or blind person also can make a will. An ordinarily insane person can make a will. अब ये person with sound mind मतलब क्या? A person with sound mind, इसके लिए हमें मेडिकल ऑफिसर का एक लेटर, उसका सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए होता है कि दिस पर्सन इज फिट टू प्रिपेयर अ विल, ही इज ऑफ साउंड माइंड, ही इज नॉट डिस्टर्ब और नॉट अंडर एनी कोएर्जन. इफ डम और ब्लाइंड, दे कैन आल्सो प्रिपेयर विल इफ समवन इज गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन देम एंड दे आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट व्हाट दे वांट इज एज पर द विल. Then they can also prepare a will. What is the meaning of an ordinarily insane person? आपने फिल्म गजनी देखी है, थोड़े देर के बाद उसको ध्यान आता है, थोड़े देर के बाद वो भूल जाता है. ऐसे सिचुएशन का कोई अगर व्यक्ति है तो जब वो पूरे होश हवास में होता है तब वो विल बना सकता है. ठीक. A minor cannot make a will. Minor, those who are below 18 years of age, they cannot make a will. A person who is in such a state of mind, whether arising from intoxication or from illness or from any other cause, that he does not know what he is doing, that is lunatic or insane person, they cannot make will. अगर उन्होंने बनाई भी तो वो लीगली उसमें कोई उसका इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा और वो विल इलीगल हो जाएगी या वाइड हो जाएगी. व्हाट इज नीड ऑफ विल और इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ विल? विल क्यों बनाना है भाई? एसेट्स मेरे हैं, प्रॉपर्टीज मेरी है और मेरे बाद मेरे रिलेटिव्स की, मेरे बच्चों की, मेरे लीगल हेयर्स की हो जाएगी, मेरे बीवी की हो जाएगी, तो विल क्यों बनाना है? To dispose of property according to the wishes of a person who is owner of the assets or property. मान लो कोई व्यक्ति का एक लड़का है, एक लड़की है, जिसमें लड़का उसकी बात नहीं सुनता है या उसका ख्याल नहीं रखता है, तो इस समय अगर लड़की अगर उसकी देखभाल करती है तो वो नेचुरली उस लड़की को ही ज्यादा वेटेज देगा अपने प्रॉपर्टीज में, उसका हिस्सा देगा उसे। तो अपने विश के हिसाब से जो आदमी अपने एसेट्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना चाहता है उसने विल बनाना चाहिए। क्लैरिटी अमंग द फैमिली मेंबर्स, आपने किसको क्या दिया है ये क्लियरली मेंशन होता है विल में, तो किसी के बीच में डिस्प्यूट्स नहीं आएंगे। डिवोल्यूशन ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी इन पर्सनलाइज्ड मैनर, अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ टेस्टामेंटरी गार्डियन फॉर हिज इन्फेंट चिल्ड्रन। मान लो बहुत छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं और आज ही किसी पर्सन को एक आधी ऐसी बीमारी हो जाती है कि उसमें वो ज्यादा दिन रहने वाला नहीं है, तो वो एक विल बना सकता है और उसमें अपने छोटे बच्चों के देखभाल के लिए वो किसी को अपॉइंट कर सकता है, ताकि जब तक उसके बच्चे मेजर ना हो जाए तब तक उनका वो ध्यान रखे उसके ये प्रॉपर्टी से। A will provide more room intersect the laws of inheritance. इनहेरिटेंस के लॉज इतने पेचीदे हैं कि हम कोर्ट से सक्सेशन सर्टिफिकेट निकालते ही थक जाते हैं, इसलिए विल बनाना बहुत जरूरी है। प्रॉपर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एस्टेट एज पर द नीड ऑफ फैमिली मेंबर्स और देयर रिक्वायरमेंट। मान लो किसी को दो बेटे हैं, एक थोड़ा पढ़ाई में कमजोर था वो इंडिया में रह गया, एक अच्छा था वो फॉरेन चला गया। जो फॉरेन गया उसे शायद ही अपने प्रॉपर्टी की कोई जरूरत हो, पर जो इंडिया में है उसे अपने प्रॉपर्टी की ज्यादा जरूरत है। अगर हमने विल नहीं बनाई तो इंडियन सक्सेशन एक्ट के मुताबिक हमारे प्रॉपर्टीज के हिस्से होंगे और जो कि जिसे जरूरत नहीं है या ज्यादा जरूरत नहीं है उसे भी उतना ही मिलेगा जितना जिसे जरूरत है उससे मिल रहा है। तो इट इज ऑलवेज बेटर टू हैव विल एंड क्लियर instructions in that will should be there that this much asset should be distributed to this person and this much be given to this person. Which laws are applicable to will? The Indian Succession Act 1925 applies expressly to wills and codicils by Hindus, Buddhists, Sikh, Jains and Parsis and Christians, but not to Muslims. Why? Because Muslims have their own law, personal law, that is Shariat Act 1937, Indian Registration Act 1908, Indian Succession Act 1925, Muslim Personal Law, Shariat Act 1937 and Hindu Succession Act 1956. Kinds of will: privileged will and unprivileged will, conditional or contingent will, joint will, a will executed by two or more testators and mutual will. हम अभी टाइम के अभाव से इतने डिटेल्स में इसमें नहीं जाएंगे। प्रिविलेज विल्स क्या होती है, अनप्रिविलेज क्या होती है, कंडीशनल और कॉन्टिजेंट विल क्या होती है, जॉइंट विल्स क्या होती है, म्यूचुअल विल्स क्या होती है, हम इसे डिटेल्स में देखने के लिए फिर कभी बात करेंगे। अब काइंड्स ऑफ विल क्या है? डुप्लीकेट विल, कॉन्करेंट विल, शाम विल्स और होलोग्राफ विल्स। मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, डुप्लीकेट विल्स मतलब एक ही विल की 4 कॉपीज बना के अलग अलग जगहों पर रखी है। एक बैंक के लॉकर में रखी है, एक अपने एग्जीक्यूटर जिसको अपन ने अपॉइंट किया है उसके पास रखी है, एक लॉयर के पास या अपने कंसल्टेंट के पास रखी है, एक अपने घर में रखी है। इसको कहते हैं डुप्लीकेट विल। कॉन्करेंट विल्स होती है कि जिनके एसेट्स इंडिया में भी है और बाहर भी है। ऐसे समय में 2 विल बनाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि विल जब सबमिट करते हैं रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए तो वो फिर से हमें मिलती नहीं है या जल्दी नहीं मिलती है, तो कॉन्करेंट विल्स बनाना जरूरी है, एक इंडिया के एसेट्स के लिए, आउट ऑफ इंडिया के एसेट्स के लिए। शाम विल जो होती है ये एक बोगस विल की तरफ होती है कि मान लो अपना ही किसी ने बना ली है अपनी विल और अपनी हैंडराइटिंग में उसने अपनी साइन कर ली है, उसको शाम विल कहेंगे। और होलोग्राफ विल यानी जो हाथ से लिखी हुई है, टेस्टेटर ने अपने हाथ से लिखी है विल, ऐसे विल को हम होलोग्राफ विल बोलेंगे। What are the legal requirements of will? Signature or mark by testator or other person. Signature or mark at proper place to give effect. Attestation by 2 or more witnesses. ये बहुत जरूरी है। इसके साथ आप एक डॉक्टर की साइन भी वहां पर ले लीजिए विल पर, कि जो ये बताए कि आप जब विल बना रहे थे तो साउंड माइंड से थे, फिट थे, आप पर कोई दबाव नहीं था, आप कोई टॉक्सिन्स लेकर विल नहीं बना रहे हो। ये बताने के लिए डॉक्टर का एक सिग्नेचर अगर है विल पर तो बहुत अच्छा होता है। हम बहुत बार ये देखते हैं कि विल बनाते समय वीडियो शूटिंग भी कर लेते हैं लोग, दैट इज ऑल्सो हैविंग गुड इफेक्ट्स। कोई चैलेंज करता है विल को तो वो वहां काम आता है। अब हाउ टू प्रिपेयर अ विल। अगर हमने हमारे कोई दोस्त को बुलाकर बोल दिया कि मेरे ये एसेट ऐसे ऐसे बांट देना, तो it will work? No, because will must be in writing. No particular form of will is there. You can write your assets, and if there are liabilities against that asset, you have to mention it also against that asset. Will need not be on stamp paper. सबसे बड़ी दुविधा है कि स्टैम्प पेपर कितने का लगेगा विल बनाने के लिए। So my friends, there is no requirement of any stamp duty. No stamp paper is required to prepare will. You can write it on your simple plain paper, but there must be 2 witnesses and your signature on all papers at the bottom with your witnesses must be there. Write down the date and time of preparation of the will. That must be there. Typing is also not essential, but it is desirable. Why? Because while writing, there might be some overwriting, there might be some mistakes. So typing is always desirable while making a will. You have to put your signature on every page with the 2 witnesses. अभी विल बनाते वक्त हमने किस चीजों के तरफ ध्यान रखना चाहिए, क्या प्रिकॉशंस लेनी चाहिए ड्राफ्ट करते वक्त? प्रिपेयर अ लिस्ट ऑफ ऑल एसेट्स एंड प्रॉपर्टीज अलोंग विथ लायबिलिटीज ऑल्सो। अगर कोई एसेट आपने लिया है, मान लो हाउसिंग लोन लिया है और उसके अगेंस्ट वो हाउस आपका एसेट बन रहा है, तो जिस किसी को आप हाउस दे रहे हो उसको ये हाउस लोन के लिए भी जिम्मेदारी देना पड़ेगा। ऐसा नहीं होगा कि 2 बेटों में एक को घर दे दिया, एक को घर का कर्जा दे दिया। विल में हम कर्जा लिख नहीं सकते हैं, इट इज ओनली फॉर एसेट्स। बट इफ देयर इज एनी लायबिलिटी अगेंस्ट दैट एसेट, दैट मस्ट बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू द पर्सन और टू द बेनिफिशियरी हु इज गेटिंग द एसेट। लैंग्वेज ऑफ विल शुड बी अंडरस्टैंडेबल। मान लो आप महाराष्ट्र में हो, यू शुड राइट योर विल आइदर इन इंग्लिश और हिंदी और इन मराठी और इन योर ओन लैंग्वेज। मान लो कोई गुजराती है, कोई पंजाबी है, कोई मारवाड़ी है, कोई सिंधी है, दे शुड राइट इन एनी ऑफ दिस लैंग्वेज व्हिच इज अंडरस्टैंडेबल टू योर बेनिफिशियरीज एंड टू सम पीपल हु आर कनेक्टेड विथ यू। ओके, रीजन फॉर अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एसेट मस्ट बी मेंशन इन द विल। अभी मैंने आपको बताया था कि 2 बेटे हैं, एक फॉरेन रहता है, एक इंडिया में रहता है। इंडिया में रहने वाले बच्चे को कम एसेट दिए गए तो उसको उसका कोई बेनिफिट नहीं होगा। अगर फॉरेन में रहने वाले बच्चों को एसेट कम दिए तो उसको उसका कोई फर्क भी नहीं पड़ेगा, बिकॉज ही इज हैविंग हिज ओन एसेट्स और ओन प्रॉपर्टीज एट द प्लेस वेयर ही इज स्टेइंग। उसके लिए ये इंडिया के एसेट बहुत कम होंगे, छोटे होंगे। तो हमें एसेट का अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अगर है तो वहां पर मेंशन करना है कि हमने ऐसा क्यों किया है। दैट इज ऑलवेज एडवाइजेबल टू मेंशन द रीजन फॉर अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एसेट्स। मान लो दोनों बेटे इंडिया में ही होंगे, पर एक बहुत पैसे वाला है, एक थोड़ा गरीब है, या एक का काम धंधा अच्छा है, एक का काम धंधा अच्छा नहीं है, तो आप वो रीजन लिख सकते हो। इससे क्या होगा कि फैमिली मेंबर्स पे डिस्प्यूट भी नहीं आएंगे, किसी की नाराजगी भी नहीं आएगी। तो ये विल में लिखते वक्त हमने पूरे एसेट्स की जानकारी देनी चाहिए, लायबिलिटीज की भी देनी चाहिए, लैंग्वेज शुड बी अंडरस्टैंडेबल एंड रीजन फॉर अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एसेट्स इफ देयर इज अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज देयर। अब ये आता है कोडिशियल और एंड अल्टरेशन ऑफ विल। मान लो आज आपने विल बना ली है, पर 2 महीने के बाद आपको ऐसा लगा कि यार विल में थोड़े चेंजेस करना है, या कोई एसेट परचेस किया वो लिखना भूल गए, या कोई बाद में एसेट परचेस किया विल बनाने के बाद। अब हर बार तो आप विल नहीं बनाओगे, सो उसके लिए भी प्रावधान है, उसे कहते हैं कोडिशियल ऑफ द विल और अल्टरेशन ऑफ विल। अब ये कोडिशियल मतलब क्या, एक अटैच सप्लीमेंट है उसमें। जैसा हम आंसर बुक अगर कंप्लीट हो जाता है तो सप्लीमेंट लेते हैं एग्जाम में, उस तरह ये एक सप्लीमेंट टाइप वर्क करता है, और वो ओरिजिनल विल के साथ में ही रहेगा। एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट मेड इन रिलेशन टू ए विल एक्सप्लेनिंग, अल्टरिंग और एडिंग टू इट्स डिस्पोजिशन, it shall deem to part of a will. If testator want to change the name of executors for some beneficiaries may be dead and the names are required to be removed, instrument must be signed by the testator and attested by 2 witnesses. अगर हमने विल कोडिशियल की है या अल्टरेशन किया है, तो always better to have both witnesses which were there in the original will. अगर नहीं भी है तो उससे कोई ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, नए विटनेस आप ले सकते हो। अगर आपको एग्जीक्यूटर चेंज करना है तो भी आप कोडिशियल बना सकते हो। ठीक, विल, हु कैन बी एग्जीक्यूटर्स एंड विटनेस ऑफ ए विल। अभी एग्जीक्यूटर और विटनेस कौन हो सकते हैं? नॉर्मली अपने एज से छोटे लोग जो कि एडल्ट है, उन्हें ही विटनेस और एग्जीक्यूटर बनाना चाहिए। ऐसा कोई थंब रूल है नहीं कि डेथ किसकी पहले आएगी, पर लॉजिकली देखा जाए तो जो अपने से कम उम्र के लोग हैं वो अपने बाद जिंदा रहेंगे। ऐसे लोगों को एग्जीक्यूटर और विटनेस बनाना चाहिए कि अगर कभी फ्यूचर में उनके विटनेस का काम गिरा तो वो लोग वहां हाजिर होकर ये बता सके कि ये विल मेरे सामने बनाई गई है, क्या ये विल का एग्जीक्यूटर मैं हूं और ये विल बनाते वक्त टेस्टाटर का ये इंटेंशन था, और वो हिसाब से उसने वो एसेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करना चाहिए। इस हिसाब से एग्जीक्यूटर्स और विटनेस का चुनाव हमने करना चाहिए। ओके, व्हाट आर द फॉर्म्स एंड फॉर्मेलिटीज टू मेक ए विल? स्टैम्प ड्यूटी, कोई भी स्टैम्प ड्यूटी नहीं लगती है। अटेस्टेशन लगता है। रजिस्ट्रेशन किया तो बहुत अच्छा है, इट इज नॉट मैंडेटरी बट ऑलवेज रिकमेंडेटरी। आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन किया तो बहुत अच्छा है, और नहीं भी किया तो आपको प्रोबेट लेते वक्त रजिस्ट्रेशन करना ही पड़ता है। ओके
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Sir, just a second, sir. There are few members from the south of India, sir. So they are just requesting you to kindly speak in English itself, sir.
Pardon, sir?
Sir, there are few members from the south of India. So you can continue in English itself, sir.
In English, okay. Thank you. Sorry for that. What is will? When the will must be executed, will must be executed on the death of testator. Agar if any person prepare will that will work from that day only? No, it will work on the death of the testator. He can change the will n number of times before his death. The last will prevail. Registration of confirmation deed by legal heirs. If will is registered, it is okay. If it is not registered, then after the death of testator, the legal heirs have to make it registered and then to take probate. Application by legal heir for probate, and when court will grant the probate, that will work after granting of probate by the court. Where can will be kept? This is most important. If we prepare a will and if we keep it somewhere, and if that will not found after the death of testator, that will is as good as void, because it will not work after the death of testator. So will must be kept at such a place, and the beneficiaries and executors will get informed where the will is kept. Legally, a will can be stored at any place, either in bank, locker, or with the legal consultant, lawyer, or executor, or with your beneficiaries. You can keep it at any place. However, it is advisable to store your will at a safe and secure location where it cannot be tampered with and it can be easily found by your family after your death. It may be kept in the safe custody of a locker with a trusted person or with professionals like banker or solicitor who will take necessary steps to inform the executor after your death. Various bank and financial institutions offer custodian services for safekeeping of your will. अभी मैंने आपको बताया था, ये just what I tell you, that will can be kept at a safe place. Now this is all about will. Any questions? Those who are from South India, who have not understood anything, you can ask me. I will explain you again about will.
Sir, I have noted down their questions. After your session, we can invest about 5-10 minutes to answer those questions.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, surely. May I continue now?
Sure, sir.
So, till time we have completed two topics, nomination and will. Now we will move towards succession. Succession, as earlier our chairman said, to throw light on succession on our practice. But here I am throwing light on personal succession, individual succession. When we cannot prepare will, how succession will came in effect. I will share my views on this succession. We will join for business succession planning in future. If the CP committee allows me to share my views, I will definitely share my views on business succession planning. This is succession planning as far as individual property or assets are concerned. Okay, let us have what is succession. Suppose a person dies intestate, that is, without making any will. If person dies intestate, his property will be distributed according to the provisions of Indian Succession Act 1925. If the person or testator prepare a will and it dies, then different laws will come in effect. Like in Hindu Succession Act 1956 will come in effect. But if person dies without making a will, his properties will be distributed according to the provisions of Indian Succession Act 1925. Succession, applicability of succession law. When a person dies, first without making a valid will, intestate, then what will be the effect? And after making a valid will, testamentary, what will be the effect? So let us first look at without making a will, valid will. Hindu, Jain, Sikh and Buddhist, Hindu Succession Act. Christian, Parsis and Jews, Indian Succession Act, and for Muslim law, Shariat Law Act 1937. If after making a valid will, that is testamentary, Hindu, Jain, Sikh, Buddhist, Christians, Parsis and Jews, they all will have Indian Succession Act. And for Muslim Personal Law 1937. Okay, these are the laws applicable in both cases, without making a will, after making a valid will. Now succession. Class 1 legal heirs. If a person dies without making a will, how succession will work? As per Indian Succession Act 1925, a person dies intestate, his asset will be distributed in the order as mentioned in the Indian Succession Act 1925. So, class 1 legal heirs, who are there? Person who is unmarried, having his mother and father. Only mother will get all the assets or properties of that person. If person is married, his mother and his wife both will get equal share. Without making a will, the distribution will be as per Indian Succession Act 1925. If that person is having son, natural, adopted, legitimate or illegitimate, because in Indian Succession Act, son is son, daughter is daughter, whether legitimate or illegitimate, adopted or natural. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, if a person having son, wife and mother, they will get equal shares in all properties of the person. If two sons are there, two sons, wife and mother. If one son, one daughter is there, one son, one daughter, wife and mother, all will get equal share. Suppose mother is not there, wife and two children are there, they will get 1/3 share each. Widow of predeceased son. Suppose a person who is of 80 years of age, having son who was left early in the age of 60, having his widow and his son, then his wife, his other son, his other daughter, his mother if alive, they will get share along with his the son, predeceased son's wife and son, daughter. They will get one share only, as if the person is alive. Manlo, if suppose one person is there having 3 children, 1 daughter, wife and mother, 6 persons are there. 3 children, out of them 1 is died, leaving behind his wife and 2 sons. They all will get 1 share. Means 1/6 only they will get. Not 1/8. Only 1/6 they will get, and from that 1/6 share they will distribute among themselves. Okay? Son or daughter of predeceased son or daughter of predeceased daughter even, they are member of class 1 legal heirs. Suppose if daughter is there, she will get share. But what if she is not there, she left earlier, then her son or daughter both will get equal share as of her mother. Only mother's share. They will get share as what their mother will get. Okay. Now this is class 1 legal heirs. Suppose if no one is in class 1 legal heirs, the person dies unmarried, leaving behind him only father. No mother is also there. So in class 2, only father at entry 1 is mentioned. We can go in class 1. Just here one question arises, why father is not included in class 1 legal heir? There are certain questions during my deliberation, why father is not included in this list. One logical answer is that person is earner, and suppose that person is earner, he doesn't need any of the property or asset from his son or daughter, and that's why he was not included in the class 1 legal heir list. But if no one is in class 1 legal heirs, in class 2 legal heirs, there are 2 entries. In entry 1, only father is there. Suppose if father is also not there, then who will get the share? In entry 2, sons, daughters, son. बच्चे के बेटी का बच्चा. Sons, daughters, son. Sons, daughters, daughter. Brother and sister. These 4 persons are there to receive share in the property of deceased who died interstate without making a proper will. These 4 persons will get equal shares. Suppose son, daughters, son is there, son, daughters, 2 daughters are there, and brother and sister, they all will get 1/4 share. Sons, daughters, 2 daughters will not get separate share. They will get only single share. Okay. Let us move class 2 legal heirs, entry 3. Suppose class 2 legal heirs, entry 1, no one is there. Entry 2 also there is no one. In entry 3, daughters, sons, son. Daughters, sons, daughter. Daughter's son and daughter's daughter. These 4 persons are in entry 3. In entry 4, brother's son, brother's daughter, sister's son, sister's daughter. Now I will explain in Hindi. Daughter's son मतलब अपने बेटी का बेटा उसका भी बेटा, अपने बेटी का बेटा उसकी बेटी, अपनी बेटी का बेटा अपनी बेटी की बेटी, ये 4 लोग. ब्रदर सन मतलब भतीजा, ब्रदर डॉटर मतलब भतीजी, सिस्टर सन मतलब भांजा, सिस्टर डॉटर मतलब भांजी. Okay, these are 4 entries in class 2 legal heirs. Now entry number 5. Father's father. Rare situation will be there. Father's mother मतलब दादा दादी. मान लो ये भी नहीं है. Suppose no one is in class 2 legal heirs, entry 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5 will work. Suppose if no one is in entry 5, what will be the position? Entry 6 will be there. Father's widow. My question is, in class 1 legal heir, I mentioned mother, means father's wife. Then in class 2 legal heirs at entry number 6, father's widow means what? Stepmother. Understood? Mother, real mother at legal heirs class 1. And if real mother is not there, stepmother is there, and no one is up to entry 5 in class 2 legal heirs, then stepmother will come in picture and she will get the share equal to brother's widow. Brother's widow or father's widow. Okay. Now, class 2 legal heirs entry number 7. If no one is in entry 1 to 6, rarest rare position. Entry 7, father's brother means uncle, father's sisters means bua. Entry number 8, mother's father, nana, mother's mother, nani. Entry number 9, mother's brother and mother's sister, mama or masi. These are rarest situation. Everyone will have legal heirs in class 1. Legal heir entries. Okay. अब मान लो, now suppose no one is in these both classes, both legal heir class 1 and 2. इतने में भी कोई नहीं है, अकेला ही आदमी आया मोदी जी के जैसा और चला गया. हालांकि मोदी जी को भाई वगैरह है, हम किसी का नाम ऐसा लेना नहीं चाहते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम टॉकिंग फॉर गेटिंग बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. मान लो किसी को भी कोई रिश्तेदार ही नहीं है, ऐसा व्यक्ति है, और फिर उसके एसेट्स का क्या होगा? व्हाट विल हैपन टू हिज एसेट्स व्हेन नो वन इज लीगल हेयर? Agnates. In case a Hindu male passes away intestate and leaves no class 1 or class 2 legal heirs, then the property would devolve on agnates. A person is said to be agnate of another if the two are related by blood or adoption only through males. Only through males. Okay. Agnate relationship does not extend to relationship by marriage and is restricted to relationship by blood. Also, agnates does not include widows of lineal descendants of the intestate. Now, cognate. In case a Hindu male passes away intestate without a will and lose no class 1 or class 2 legal heirs and no agnates are there, then the succession would through cognates. Cognates are one who are related to the intestate by blood or adoption, but not wholly through males. Thus, mother's brother, son, and brother's daughter's son are also cognate and eligible for heirship. Okay. What happens if no one is in class 1, no one is in class 2, no agnate, no cognate? Then the asset will go to the President of Government of India. But for what we have earnings, if no one is in our life? That is the big question. Okay. These are for male Hindus. What about a female? If a Hindu female dies without having a will, intestate, Section 15 provides the method of devolution of her property. This method is very much different from what we have seen in case of male member. Property of a Hindu female is divided in 3 categories. Property inherited by husband or father-in-law, property inherited by father or mother, and property received or earned or gifted to her and not falling under the above 2 categories. Okay. So, how her property will be distributed? The basic rule in the case of all types of properties mentioned above is that if a Hindu female dies intestate, her property will devolve on her children and grandchildren or great-grandchildren. If a Hindu female is childless, having no son or no daughter, or no grandson or no granddaughter, and dies intestate, then the source of her property will be first identified. Earlier, we saw property inherited by husband or father-in-law. property inherited by father or mother, and property issued by her either by earnings or by gifting, by gifted to her from someone. So the source will be first identified. If property falls under the first category, then that property of such childless woman will devolve upon her husband's heirs. Means if there are husband's heirs and her brothers or sisters' heirs are also there, they will not get if the property is under first category. If property falls under the second category, then that property will devolve upon her father's heirs. Means her brother, sister here will get the share from her property under second category. If property falls under the third category, then that property will either go to her husband or husband's heirs. In the absence of last heir of husband, the property will dwell upon her father or mother.
Anand, sir.
हाँ बोलिए.
Sir, in the interest of time, can we please proceed to
Only
the
two
question
slides
and
are
answer?
there. Only two slides are there.
Okay, sir.
This one is but one slide.
All right, sir.
I tried my
Then we
level
will
best
proceed to the question and answer after this.
Yeah. So in succession, in some cases, despite witnessing that her in-laws have not treated the children widow appropriately, after her death, her self-acquired property goes to her son-in-laws and not to her own parents. Suppose if any lady says she was not getting proper treatment from her in-laws, all properties must be transferred to her parents or their legal heirs. That will not work. Her property will be transferred to the legal heirs of her husband only. Of course, making a will is the ultimate solution every Hindu does have. Friends, it is always observed that people will not change when you tell them better option. But they will change only when there is no other option. So, preparing a will is always better to distribute our assets and properties be among our legal heirs as per our wish and as per our convenience. I would like to convey my special thanks to CA Dr. Girish Ahuja sir, CA Vimalji Punya sir for their valuable support to prepare this topic. Though due to time constraint, I am unable to discuss various stories with you. But if you get time, you can search the case of Vijaypad Singhania, Gopal Lakshmandas Raheja, a pioneer builder in Mumbai, K. Raheja Group, which was formed in 1956. Then another case was there, Scindia family case and case of BK Birla family. In that case, a chartered accountant, Mr. Loda, was involved. If you read that case, you will get good inputs that how will work. So, as far as my knowledge is concerned, I tried my level best to explain the topic nomination, will, and succession. Hope you all get a good understanding from this topic. And if there is any question, I am open to the forum and try my level best to give you proper reply. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So our members have asked us a lot of questions, but I have narrowed them down to about 3-4 questions, which was asked most commonly. The number one question that a lot of people asked was, what is a joint will? Could you please explain a joint will?
Yes. In case of joint will, if property is in joint name,
Okay.
in the joint name of husband and wife, they can have joint will. And if property is of husband only or of wife only, they can prepare a joint will. And that will means a person, husband, is preparing will, mentioning that all the properties will be given to my wife after my death. And after her death, this property can be distributed as per the details mentioned in the will, with common
Okay.
mutual understanding of husband and wife. They can prepare a will, but husband cannot prepare will for his wife's property, and wife cannot prepare will for her husband's property, but they can prepare joint will.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood. Yes. Thank you. Another question is, can we make beneficiary the executor? This also was asked by 2-3 members.
We can make executor the beneficiary as executor,
Yes.
but it is always advisable to have executor out of our family.
Okay.
It is always
And
better.
one okay. And one more question is that if the original will is destroyed due to fire, can a scanned copy be used if the executor was given a scanned copy by the testator?
Yeah,
Would a scanned copy work in case of original will being destroyed?
yeah. Nowadays we are having a digital platform everywhere. You can have scan copy also, but earlier I told you that duplicate will we can prepare. We can have number of will, same copies, and you can put your signature in original on all the copies and the witnesses on all the copies. So scan copy along with other duplicate will, you can use it as good as original copy.
Okay. Thank you so much. Uh, just one more question. One
Yeah,
member asked that how many nominations can be made and how many nominees can be made, and what happens if the nominee dies before the owner and the owner fails to inform the bank?
nowadays, if you have information about the nomination from bank, they are asking four nominations. They are
Okay.
asking for four nominations. You can have four nominations in your bank accounts for your FDs. There is no need to be only single nominee. You
Okay.
can have multiple nominees. Also, you can update nominees from time to time.
Okay. And what happens if the nominee dies before the owner and the owner fails to inform the bank? This was part of the same
Yeah.
question.
In my first deliberation, I always tell you that in case of nomination, regularly update the nomination and keep record of where and to whom as nominee is appointed. And in case of death of nominee, before the death of depositor or policyholder, then the depositor or policyholder must change their nominee immediately. Otherwise, you have to obtain succession certificate from court, and then the properties or amounts of deposit or account money you have to take from them.
Okay. Thank you
So
so
better
much.
to
Yeah.
change nominee as early as possible.
Okay, sir. Noted. Thank you so much. Those were the questions that we had, and it was a very insightful session from your end, very informative. Now, I would like to proceed to the next session. And before that, I would introduce our next speaker, CA Shreya Jain ji. She is a chartered accountant and a fellow member of ICAI with over 10 years of experience in auditing, financial statement analysis, internal controls, and risk management. She began her career with Deloitte, where she spent 7 years and rose to audit senior manager, handling statutory audits, reviews, reporting for global brands such as Gucci, Starbucks, Tata, H&M. She is currently a partner at the firm focusing on financial compliance, risk mitigation, regulatory advisory, and process optimization across industries. She is also an AI enthusiast who guides business on adopting AI tools to optimize operations, improve efficiency, and make data driven decisions. So, over to Shreya ma'am for the next session, which is on various tools in AI.
Thank you so much, Priyamvada. Good evening, everyone. As you might be knowing by now, I am CA Shreya Jain, and it is absolute privilege to be with all of you here today. As just mentioned, I spent 8 enriching years at Deloitte, and in 2024, I joined Mahesh Agarwal and Company as a partner. This journey would not have been possible without the guidance and motivation of our Honorable President, Mr. Sharanjot Singh Nanda, whose vision continues to inspire us all. I would also like to sincerely thank our CC members, CA Satish Kumar Gupta and CA Vishnu Kumar Agarwal, for extending this wonderful opportunity to share my knowledge and experiences with all of you. Lastly, today, I hope that each one of you who's here walks away from this session with at least one new insight, one new tool, or something that add values to your professional journey. So now we'll start. So as you all know, there are various tools in AI. A lot of times we don't even know which one would be the best to use. Should we actually use it, or should we just let it go? Is it easier to use the tools, or would just ChatGPT be enough for all of us? So I have narrowed down 3 tools that I think, as CAs in practice, as CAs in profession, that are going to benefit us all. So I would like to start with the first tool, which goes by the name Notebook LM. So Notebook LM is a Google-based tool. It acts as a search assistant. It is particularly useful for synthesizing information. Let's say हम बहुत extensive financial reports से deal कर रहे हैं, जिसमें बहुत सारे regulatory documents हैं, और बहुत सारे notices हैं, बहुत सारे replies हैं. What Notebook LM does is it just creates a summary of all of it, and वो इतने सारे features आपको साथ में देता है that you can literally jump to what you are exactly looking for. So if you look at my screen, I will be showing a practical demo of how Notebook LM works. So I just type Notebook LM, the screen popped up. This is the Google Notebook LM. So because I have used it earlier, you will see that I do have a lot of notebooks created here. We can ignore all of this. I will teach you from the very starting point, notebook क्या है, कैसे create करते हैं. So let's create a new notebook. I'll click on creating a new notebook. Now it's giving me options. Either मैं खुद upload कर सकती हूँ. Let's say मेरे को Finance Act 2025 का सब कुछ जानना है. I have 2 options. अगर मेरे पास Finance Act 2025 downloaded है, I can simply click here on choose file and I can upload the source. Or I have another option. मेरे पास Finance Act 2025 नहीं है. मेरे को अभी पता चला कि Finance Act 2025 आज सुबह ही आया है. And let's say various sites, Tax Guru, YouTube पे किसी ने वीडियो डाल दी है. There is a PDF that is circulating. तो मुझे वो सब मेरे को चाहिए compile होके मिल जाए. So I can click on discover sources in that case. Right now, for our purposes, because I have it downloaded, I will simply go and select it and upload it. So it's uploading. Now, let's say मुझे सिर्फ, you can see it has started uploading here. मुझे सिर्फ Finance Act का PDF में नहीं जाना है. I want मैं इसमें, let's say, गिरीश आहूजा जी की YouTube वीडियो मुझे ऐड करनी है. मुझे बिमल जैन जी का कुछ लिंक ऐड करना है from another source. So how Notebook LM is different? it is not confined to just PDFs or Word documents. You can add anything here. So if you see, you can add a link from your drive, you can add a website link, you can add a YouTube link. मेरे कई handwritten notes हैं जो मैंने बना रखे हैं. I can even upload that here. And that is how you all of these things become sources. So that is why, because अभी मैंने एक करा, you are seeing 1 out of 50. You can upload up to 50 sources. So let's say मैं किसी कंपनी के financial statements study करना चाह रही हूँ. I want to study the trends that have been there and I want to forecast something. Now it's up to me मुझे कितने पहले तक जाना है. Notebook LM, it will allow me to go 50 years back तक मैं वो financial statements upload कर सकती हूँ as different sources. Whatever I will upload, it will all come here. Now let's say मुझे मेरे पास एक ही source है, file selected, but मुझे 5 में से 4 ही source use करना है. I can simply deselect it. Now this tool has generated the summary on itself. अभी मैंने इससे कुछ पूछा नहीं है, मैंने कोई कमांड नहीं दी है कि क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. मैंने सिंपली सोर्स अपलोड करा है. So all I see here कि okay के क्या है, क्या लिखा है. Very nice. Now someone might ask, तो ये तो ChatGPT भी कर रहा है. What is different? हम क्यों नोटबुक LM और सीखे हैं? इतने already tools हैं सीखने को. This is where it becomes different. Number one, you can select the source, you can remove the source. It's totally up to you. It's not कि जितना upload कर दिया उसके basis पे ही करना है. You have the option to control. Number two, मेरे पास नहीं है time. I do not have the time कि मैं ये सब बैठ के पढूं, मैं उससे बार-बार question पूछूं. I'll have to ask questions here and वो बार-बार answer दे. So I can create an audio overview. What is an audio overview? Audio overview is like a podcast. अब let's say I am not comfortable in English language. इतना heavy legal English मुझे नहीं समझ में आता है. I have the option to change the language as well, so that जो audio overview generate होके आएगा वो उस language में आएगा जो मुझे preferred होगी. And then you can simply download it और आप उसको travel करते हुए, when you have a little free time, आपको लग रहा है कि ठीक है अब मेरे पास थोड़ा time है, I can quickly just listen to what was the summary. आप वो कर सकते हो. This is how it is different. Moving on to video overview. I am a visual person. मेरे को probably बोली हुई बात कम समझ में आती है, but what I see from my eyes, I always remember it. So we have a feature of video overview here. It will create a narrated slideshow. You do not have to do anything. You can simply click on it. There is a speaker already speaking and summarizing everything that is there in the source. Then there's another feature, mind. What exactly now is a mind map? Mind map creates interactive branching diagrams जो main topic और उसके sub topics में relationships बताते हैं. So I'll just click on mind map so that we all can see how it works. It has started generating mind map. Once it's completed, we'll be able to see it here, and then I'll open it for all of us to see. Mind map कहाँ पे particularly useful होता है? Let's say मेरा फाइनल का पेपर है, मुझे DT पढ़ना है. मैंने इंस्टीट्यूट का स्टडी मैनुअल डाउनलोड करा, मैंने यहाँ पे एज अ सोर्स अपलोड करा, बट अब आई डू नॉट नो मैं कौन सा चैप्टर करूँ, किसमें क्या टॉपिक्स हैं, क्या मैं छोड़ सकती हूँ, क्या मैं पढ़ सकती हूँ. दिस इज वेयर माइंड मैप्स पर्टिकुलरली कम्स टू यूज. या फिर लेट्स से कोई 1980s से शेयर्स में डील कर रहा है, वो तब से डील कर रहा है जब वो शेयर्स मैनुअली फॉर्म आता था, तब से. तो वो सब शेयर होल्डिंग सर्टिफिकेट्स, शेयर सब्सक्रिप्शन सर्टिफिकेट आप यहाँ पे एज अ सोर्स अपलोड कर सकते हो, एंड इट विल जनरेट अ माइंड मैप बेस्ड ऑन दैट. Once it will become active here, I'll show you. Then there's another feature of reports. बहुत सारे हम में से CAs हैं जो ऑडिट रिपोर्ट जनरेट करते हैं, कारो रिपोर्ट जनरेट करते हैं, समटाइम्स इंटरनल ऑडिट रिपोर्ट जनरेट करते हैं, और क्लाइंट बोलते हैं हमें फॉर्मेट पसंद नहीं है, हमें चेंज करके दो. या फिर हमें खुद को लगता है कि हमें अपनी टीम को सिखाने के लिए रिपोर्ट जनरेट करनी है कुछ, बट दैट रिपोर्ट इज नॉट लाइक एज ग्रेट. सो व्हेन वी क्लिक ऑन रिपोर्ट्स, वी गेट अ लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस हियर. इट्स अप टू अस कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं. मुझे ब्रीफिंग डॉक के फॉर्म में रिपोर्ट चाहिए, मुझे स्टडी गाइड के फॉर्म में रिपोर्ट चाहिए, मुझे ब्लॉग पोस्ट के फॉर्म में रिपोर्ट चाहिए. या फिर I can create my own. I can just click here, I can specify what I want, how I want it, and it will create it. One thing to always keep in mind whenever we are using AI tools, be it any tool, जहाँ पे भी interactive tool है, the clearer your prompt, the better your output will be. There's a simple saying, garbage in, garbage out. If you're not going to put clear prompts, if you're not going to be specific as to आप लोग ढूंढ क्या रहे हो, tool will not be able to help. Rather, in my experience, वो आपका काम बढ़ाता जाएगा, because it will not be able to pinpoint that this is where the answer is. So it is very, very important कि जब भी हम किसी भी particular tool की बात करें, वहां पे हम अपने prompt सबसे ज्यादा clear रखें. Now, these are two new features that were introduced. Flashcards. मेरे को ये Finance Act, I want to teach it to all of my articles that I have in my office, but I do not have the time, and even they do not have the time कि मैं उनको एक पेज का summary report बना के दूं, या मैं उनको mind map खोल के दूं और वो उसके basis पे कर लें. So मेरे पास option क्या है? I have the option of using flashcards. What it will do, it will generate flashcards like slides with answers, and then you can simply make it as an interactive hobby or interactive 15 minutes throughout the day, where there will be important questions listed along with important answers. Similarly, there's another feature, quiz, which is a little similar to flashcards, but flashcards are basically auto-generated. That means कि वो अपने आप source document से questions उठाएगा, अपने आप source document से answers निकालेगा. Quiz में we have the option कि मैं scope decide कर सकती हूँ, मैं questions decide कर सकती हूँ, even मैं level of difficulty भी decide कर सकती हूँ. So these are all the features. अब यहाँ it allows you to name your notebook. So आप कितनी भी notebook create कर सकते हैं, कोई limit नहीं है उस पे. Source पे limit है जो हम यहाँ upload कर रहे हैं, notebook पे नहीं है. So आप notebooks create कर सकते हैं. The moment you close it, like you'll have to save. This is another thing. आपका कुछ भी data save नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पे खुद से, आपको खुद करना पड़ेगा. That is how it works. Okay, so mind map हमारा generate हो गया. Let's open की mind map था क्या. मैंने फाइनेंस एक्ट के लिए माइंड मैप डाला था. इट इज टेलिंग मी कि उस सारे पीडीएफ में क्या क्या इंक्लूडेड है. लेट्स सी, मुझे जानना है कि अमेंडमेंट्स क्या है इनकम टैक्स एक्ट में. आई कैन क्लिक हियर. इन सब में अमेंडमेंट्स हैं एज पर दैट पीडीएफ. नाउ इफ आई वांट, मुझे इससे भी आगे जानना है, आई कैन सिंपली क्लिक हियर एंड देन यू कैन कीप डीप डाइविंग इनटू. दिस इज हाउ इट वर्क्स. So I'll just close it for now. Similarly, I'll quickly show you flashcards. It's generating right here. अब ये particularly as CAs हमारे कहाँ काम आ सकता है. Let's say मेरे पास कोई नया client आया है, मेरे लिए नया है बट क्लाइंट एग्जिस्ट कर रहा था, बिजनेस एग्जिस्ट कर रहा था. पिछले 10 साल से जीएसटी के नोटिस आ रहे हैं, रिप्लाई जा रहा है, डिमांड आ रही है, पे हो रही है. मैं या तो वो पूरी हिस्ट्री लेके बैठ सकती हूँ कि मैं पढ़ूँ उस पर टाइम इन्वेस्ट करके, और आई कैन पुट इट हियर, आई कैन गेट अ समरी एंड देन आई कैन इन्वेस्ट प्रोबेबली आई वुड से 30% ऑफ द टाइम जो मैं पहले इन्वेस्ट करती, एंड आई विल बी रेडी विद द इंफॉर्मेशन. So our flashcards are ready, and this is how flashcards look. वो अपने आप उन्होंने question generate करा and then there is an answer. हम उसको explain करने को बोल सकते हैं. Similarly, you can try on any feature mentioned here. ये सब they are all working. What you have to keep in mind is कि जो source आपको चाहिए वो source selected हो. So that was about Notebook LM. One personal story that I would like to share here, how I have used Notebook LM previously. So my father has health issues. We have been, I think, looking at those issues since I would say last 15 years now. We have been changing doctors, we have been doing various tests. There are some tests that are required to be done once a year. There are some tests जो हमें चाहिए होते हैं कि हम हर 3 महीने में कराएं, हर 6 महीने में कराएं. Now imagine अगर मुझे इस पॉइंट पे आके किसी स्पेशलिस्ट के पास जाना है, how much case history do I have कि मैं वो लेके जाऊं वहां पे. So that is where I can use this tool in my personal life, जहाँ पे वो मेरी life और easy करेगा और better करेगा. And with the help of mind map, with the help of reports, with the help of briefing doc, I can create a summary and let my doctor know that this is the case history. Okay, I hope this was helpful and you guys got to learn something new today. Now we'll move to another.
Shreya ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Actually, there are a few people from Chennai. They're messaging that if you could explain the story and example also fully in English because they don't understand any bit of it. That's the only challenge.
I'll keep in mind. Is there any particular section they want me to repeat right now?
No, they're just saying, I mean, if those examples could be explained in English only.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sure. So like how we just live encountered that there is a language problem. So that is where Notebook LM can also shine, that when you create an audio overview, you get to choose the language. So yeah, that is just one example. Moving on, let's go to another tool. I assume a lot of us, at least I, because I spent a good lot of amount of time in Deloitte, and then even here in my practice, I do spend a lot of time creating presentations. We all have learned Microsoft Word, Microsoft PPT, and when you will start using tools that are specifically designed for presentations, you will realize the stark difference, how the quality shifts, how beautiful it looks, and how easy it is. I feel a lot of times we do not use tools because we get overwhelmed. Oh, how am I going to do it? It will be too difficult. It might not give me the desired results. But what I tell my staff here and what I also practice, and I would request all of you to at least give it a try as well. Manual option is always going to exist. PPT is not going to go anywhere. Microsoft is going to remain here itself. If we want to create a PPT in Microsoft, then we can do it at the 11th hour as well. It is that simple. But if we try and invest even a little bit of our time on learning any one of the two, it is going to make our life so much easier, so much better. And once you get the hang of it, you are going to realize that it was definitely needed. Okay, so moving on, there are two tools. I'll be talking about one. The other one is pretty similar, which we use to create presentations. It's Prezi, as seen on the screen, and the other one is Gamma, Gamma. Prezi and Gamma are two tools. Now, what Prezi and Gamma do? I have to create a presentation, let's say, on custom duty. I do not know anything about custom duty. Let's suppose that I do not have the time that I take out the manual, I cover different sources, and then I create the PPT. So I have come to Prezi to get some help. Even if I have a brief starting point, I can continue from there. So again, similar to Notebook LM, we have a lot of options here. Number one is create with AI. I do not know anything about custom duty. I do not have the time and resources, I would say, that I can compile and tell it, okay, these are the sources and create a presentation. So I can create with AI. I'll simply click here. Till the time it's loading, let's go back to the dashboard. And I can tell that, okay, I'm looking to create a presentation on custom duty. It should have this, it should have that. Let's write. And as I mentioned earlier, clearer the prompt, better the output will be. So I cannot just get done with create a presentation on custom beauty in India. Like I can, but that is not going to give me very great results. So I'll write it should include landmark, Supreme Court judgments, historic case studies, my preference is that it should be in soft colors. So I will simply say it should be in soft colors. I can specify the number of slides, the language I want, the tone I want. It's all up to me. It should have 15 slides and should be, let's say, interactive. Okay, let's do this one now, and then I'll see create with AI. Now it's creating that presentation for us. Or let's say I have a presentation ready. I have just discovered this tool and I have a presentation ready on custom duty, but I feel that I want it in the same format what Prezi will generate. And now I need to put that presentation here so that Prezi can change it. We also have that option here. So we can simply upload our PPT, any existing PPT that you have from Microsoft PPT or any other place that you want should be modified. I can upload a PDF. Let's say I took a class on custom duty or something and I have handwritten notes. I can upload that Word file here as well and then ask it to create a presentation. It will do that as well. Okay. Now, the custom duty prompt that we gave, the tool is now asking me, is this the format that I'm looking for? The presentation is not ready. This is not a presentation. This is just the outline. What topics it's giving? I haven't even given it any topics. I just said custom duty in India. Apne aap, it has outlined introduction to custom duty in India, overview of custom duty, definition and importance, type of custom duties, historical background, significance, case study 1, case study 2, impact. See, do you remember I said 15 slides? It's still taking me to 16, which where 16th one is thank you and Q&A. There's reference and further reading. And let's say now I have changed my mind. I do not want 15 slides. We get the option from here. We can simply remove it. Or I talk to someone and I realize that I should include another talking point. So I can simply click on add a talking point here. And then I can mention the slide name, whatever I want it to include, and then it will include it. So for now, let's just keep it very simple and create a presentation. How Prezi is different from other tools is Prezi is very interactive. When you will look at the presentation, you will, the more you use this tool, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. There is an option of Prezi video where you can simultaneously present the presentation and there will be a corner on the screen where you will be seen speaking all of it. So it's still creating. Meanwhile, let's discuss how CAs can use it. I think we can, looking at how we look at those big financial data in newspapers, it becomes very, I would say, becomes very monotonic to look at. We do not want to go into the numbers, into deep dive, and we want it to be visually pleasing so that our mind can focus. So you can use that. You can use Prezi for that. You can put complex financial data. You can then focus on key features. You can show audit summaries and investment strategies in an engaging way. And also you can market yourself in an appealing manner. It's still creating. I think you will get a hang of it, how it will look. It's still creating, but it's still so much better and nicer as to what Microsoft PPT would have done for us. From here, I can choose the color scheme because I said soft colors. You can see it has given the data and everything in soft color. It's up to me. If I want to change it, I want to change the layout. It's all how you want it. Now, let's say that you might ask, okay, I am a pro. I am a pro. I can do it in Microsoft as well. What's the need for this? So I'll tell you how it is interactive. You see these little squares here. These are nothing but your slides. As we'll proceed, you see that is how it makes it interactive. That is how it makes it a little different and engaging. You see, you can click. In PPT we have to follow a set format. Let's say I do not want to follow a set format. I want to discuss judgments before case studies. So I cannot go to the slide directly in Microsoft, but here I can simply select which slide that I want to go on. Not sure why it's not working here. Let's close this. Yeah, from here you can edit any of it, and then you see, now I clicked on it, it worked. It's giving all of the information. Look at the quality of images that it has used, and you can use any of it. You can choose the topic. You can, right now we are not doing any kind of editing in it. We are just following what it has created. But look at the images, look at how interactive it is, how the slides are flowing. Anything that you want to edit, anything that you want to change, there was an option of go to the editor. I clicked on it. It's right here. You can change, you can move slides up and down, you can change text. If you do not like anything, you can simply give a command and go back. You want to add anything, there's a lot of options here. You can add media, you can add story block, animation. There's even an option to add a YouTube video in it. So you can do that, and then you can simply save it. Gamma also works on similar basis. Gamma is another tool for presentation. But in my personal opinion, Prezi works a little better than Gamma. Okay. That was all about Prezi. Moving on to another tool that I have for you today, which is the last one probably, which is Napkin AI. Now, what does Napkin AI do? The name in itself is quite funny. It's not sure what it does, how it does it. So, as it is there on the screen, it creates visuals from your text. It creates flowcharts. It creates infographics. It's very, very beginner friendly. I would say it's a game changer for professionals who need clean custom visuals without hiring a designer or without wrestling with Microsoft Word or PPT. So let's see how to use it. I'll click on Get Napkin Free. Similar to the two other tools that we discussed, you can click on New Napkin. Now we have the option. Let's say I have just started out my CA practice. I have a lot of new hires, and we are all equally new for each other. And I want to tell them that, see, these are the things that you have to always look at when you are doing office work. These are the timelines, these are the TDS dates, these are the GST dates. Basic info I want to provide them so that they don't keep coming to me. You can do that. You can create a flowchart from here and then simply stick it somewhere in your office where everyone can see it. So you can draft with AI, which is our very first option. We can write a prompt it in itself is showing what are the best practices for hiring interview, recognizing top performers on your team, and it will give you a text and flowchart. Or you can select a source and then upload it. So because I do have a source where there's an alert where we have to get the registrations renewed, I'll just upload it here. Okay, so my document is ready. It says renewal of all registration of charitable trust and institution by 30th September 2025. Now you might ask me, isme kya alag hai? There's nothing new. Your PDF document looked exactly the same. It's in Word. But it's just now it has changed the format, but not really. Let's break it so that I can show it to you easily into subparas. Now, let's say I'm focusing on para 1 for the sake of ease. Do you see this flash right here? When I click on it, it will generate visual for the text mentioned above. It's working right here. You'll be able to see when it's created. Now, do you think that PDF document in entirety was easy to remember to tell others? Or this simple process, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 is easier. Now let's say we are all different people. We have different choices. We want different designs. So you have a lot of styles here. You can customize, you can change, you want to add something, you want to remove something, anything and everything that you want to do, you can do it right here. Once it's done, you can even download the image. There's no need to save the entire document. Let's say I just want this much part and so that I can stick it in my office and all of the articles know that, okay, there's a renewal registration date arriving and we have to do step A, step B, step C and step D. I can simply download it and I can stick it. Again, I want to change something, I want to add something, that's totally my call how I want to do it. So any document or any text that you want in visuals, in flowcharts, like how you saw when the screen opened, there was a GST return filing flowchart. We give it to our new articles. That instead of someone explaining it to them, basic deadlines, basic process, they should be aware about. And then of course it's a learn as you go process. Be it AI tool, be it articleship, be it anything else in life, it's a learn as you go process. So you can use that to your advantage. Like I'll click here, even though it's quite big text, it will still create. And it's absolutely free. There's no hidden charge, and it's not that after a certain point of time it will ask you to pay. It's not like that. See, it's creating beautiful visuals, and then you can customize it as per your own needs. So these were the 3 tools that I had for you today, where the first one was Notebook LM that we talked about. Then there was Prezi, and then there's Napkin. But I do have a few pointers that I would like to talk about then using an AI tool. Number 1, there is no dearth of AI tools. There are close to 8,000 AI tools, and it is not possible to explore all of them. Neither we need to. It's just we need to figure out what's best for us and work around it. So I would like to give you one site which goes by the name, there is an AI for that. It goes by the name TAFT, TAFT, wherein you can give in your prompt that this is my problem, this is the solution that I'm looking for, and the site will give you tools. You don't even need to rummage through a lot of information or data as to which tool should I be using, and I do not have the info, and you do not need to get hassled upon it. The site will give you the tools. Now, the pointer that I was talking about. Always remember that you are the master, you are not the tool. Tool is in front of us. We are the masters. AI is the tool. It is only as good as the humans directing it. If I do not have clear thoughts, if I do not know what my end result should look like, then probably I'm going to run into a lot of issues. So always keep that in mind. Number two, try to prefer paid versions over enterprise versions, because we know we live in that world. Data security, encryption, compliance, they're all very important. How people, like, there was this Ghibli trend that was there a few months ago. There was this Gemini trend that recently happened, where uh, females were uploading their pictures and Gemini was creating beautiful images in sari. There was another one where the figurines were created. It is all your personal data being used. You might not notice immediate effects. You might not notice it in a year or two, but I can say with certainty, 5 or 10 years down the line, you would have think that probably I should have given it a certain thought before jumping headfirst into it. So try to have paid versions. You figure out what works best for you, what works best for your office, for your practice, and use those tools. Then always verify outputs. We know AI hallucinates, and ultimately AI को भी humans नहीं सिखाया. We as humans have built AI. We have taught AI. We have given them a database. It's just that we are probably at a limited capacity and the tools are at unlimited capacity. But that doesn't mean that we can rely on them with our eyes closed. Always verify your output. Then always remember, it's man with machine. It's not man versus machine. There is no competition between me doing work manually and an AI tool. No. The goal is to make life easier. The goal is that we all probably be left with more time in our hands to do things that we genuinely like, or probably to focus on other better things. It's not whether I am more efficient or AI is more efficient. I am more efficient any which way, because I, as in we, all of us, because we have built that machine. We have to understand, we have built that tool. So there is no comparison. Then be very cautious with confidential data, client sensitive information, legally restricted info. Do not upload it to public AI tools. Please always keep that in mind. Then, like how we as humans have limitations, understand that AI tools will also have a lot of limitations. We cannot substitute it for probably know it all or God. So have an open mind, just like I would say that AI cannot replace your critical thinking or your ethics. It can, however, excel at patterns. So understand that and then choose tools wisely. Similarly, like how I was showing it to you, that we can give a prompt and then AI will create that, which is very nice. But you have to understand that we cannot outsource thinking to AI. In some cases, we can, and it might give you great results, but the analysis and the decision making, it still lies with us. And lastly, I would say that do not blindly automate decisions. There is an absolute need at all times to keep a human in loop. Probably we do not need 5 people to be in the loop because we have tools, but I would not say that you are just go and blindly use the tools and automate the entire process and do not even look at it again. That is not how AI works. That is not what we are trying to achieve. So that was all from my side. My details are on the screen. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me through email, on LinkedIn. And I hope you had an insightful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was very interesting, especially because we live in a world which is taken over by AI. AI can definitely make our lives a lot easier. We have seen that with ChatGPT, Gemini, and the tools that you talked about today. And at the same time, you mentioned that it's absolutely correct. We need to use it with a lot of caution. But yeah, it can definitely make our lives easier, and we can use it in our profession, in the chartered accountancy profession as well. So there are a few questions that has come up from the members. I've narrowed it down to about 3 questions. The first one is that you talked about Notebook LM. Is there a possibility to download the mind map or the quizzes generated in that
Yes.
application?
You can.
Okay. And will it also handle Excel and Word files and not just PDF, or does it only rely on PDF?
Like I showed you, it will handle everything. You just have to upload the source. I am not very sure about Excel, that I'll have to check. But as far as I know, any kind of source it will be able to handle. It is all of the three tools, Napkin, Notebook LM, Prezi, they are not confined to PDFs. PDF, Word, YouTube video links, your handwritten notes, anything,
Right.
everything is good enough.
Right. Then there was one tool that you talked about. I believe it was TAFT, but they are just confirming the spelling of that tool.
So it's basically an acronym for there is an AI for that. There is
Okay.
AI for that, which comes down to TAFT, wherein you put in your requirement, you put in what solution you are looking at, and then the site will basically provide you a list of tools that you can try, and then you can probably go ahead and purchase the premium version if you feel like that's something that is beneficial for you.
Okay. And one more question. We talked about Prezi, but they were just asking, is there any AI tool in which we can make PPTs directly from Excel files? Or can Prezi also accommodate that request? We have an Excel spreadsheet workbook, we can make a PPT.
Prezi can accommodate that.
Okay. So these were all the questions asked by the participants, and it was really insightful for me as well. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that is about it. And that brings us to the end of the session. So thank you so much for everyone for joining, and it was great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. We would like the CP committee would like to thank both the faculties and the moderator for today, Priyamvada ma'am. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sankeetji, you can end it here. Yeah.